Hey guys, you're watching Pro Wrestling 101. I'm just incredible. You know, one of the most frequently asked questions that I get is, I want to be a pro wrestler. How do I do it? Well, there's a couple of ways. Back in my day, there wasn't all these wrestling schools up and down the coast, in Canada, down, in California. They're everywhere. You go on the internet, you go on Google, you type in pro wrestling schools, you get 100 places, quite frankly. In my day, it was a little different. So, one, if you want to be a pro wrestler, it's a commitment. I mean, I know most wrestling schools charge minimum of $3,000. That's what I paid back in 1992. Now that I think of it, and it's a lot of money. So you got to be willing and able to, to commit to that. And two, do you have the desire? A lot of guys want to be weekend warriors. They want to emulate what they see on TV. Well, let me tell you something. A lot of wrestling schools, especially some that I've even worked with, I'm embarrassed to say, they'll take anybody, take your money, just to get the money and not do anything with you. I've seen kids walk through that door that are 6 foot, 125, 130 pounds, and I'm not exaggerating. I'm not saying it to be funny. And promoters have actually taken their money and, filling their head full of crap saying, hey, we're going to train you to do something. If that's what you're looking for, believe me, you'll find many of them out there. But two, that's you have to have a desire, and you have to have some semblance of athletic ability. You have to be in the best shape of your life, and you got to take it deadly serious. And the bottom line is, this is the fight business. You're gonna get hurt. So dedication is ultra important, your finances ultra important, and the commitment is ultra important. Now you say, where? Do I go far away? Do I go close to home? Guys, look, back in my day there was no beauty of the internet, so do your research. I mean, there's a lot of great wrestling schools out there, very reputable. The most reputable that I know of is Lance's out in Calgary, the Storm Wrestling Academy. I mean, the guys he's putting out are absolutely fantastic. The work he does is fantastic. I mean, Lance was up there 1 year prior to where I went to camp in Calgary. He was helping the Hearts then. So in essence, Lance Storm really trained me. And what I got by going up there to Calgary wasn't just, being trained by some of the best, which is good enough, but it was the traditions and all of the other stuff that comes along with it. The networking, that's all part of wrestling. One of the first things a promoter will ask you when he meets you is, how long have you been working and where you trained? And to be able to give that promoter a reputable name, and say, hey, this guy trained me, and use that as a reference and have it obviously be legitimate, you're off to a great start. Because let me tell you, when I say Hearts, what do you always think about? Excellence of execution, some of the best wrestling in the world ever, and that's what I got. They knew that I was, given the green light by the Hearts, I got to be good, and that's what you really got to think about when you're, trying to choose a wrestling school. So guys, first, dedication, commitment, and do your research. You'll find tons of good schools and one that'll fit you. This is Pro Wrestling 101, and I'm just incredible.